Right now, Elon Musk is hopping about the country, spewing and tweeting political falsehoods and attacking FEMA while claiming his desire to help the hurricane victims with free Starlink access to the internet. But this claim in itself is to the public benefit is a falsehood because one must first purchase the Starlink startup kit for several $100s and then face a monthly fee of $120 after 30 days of free internet, a sick ploy to gain customers that are facing tremendous burden and dire straits. They're hurricane victims.
The California Coastal Commission discussed Elon Musk's social media post during a meeting, which influenced their decision on allowing SpaceX to launch rockets. Commissioner Gretchen Newsom criticized Musk for spreading misinformation.
Recent findings reveal a pattern of disregard for employee welfare and regulatory compliance that raises serious concerns. Let's consider the open letter from SpaceX employees, which highlighted a toxic workplace culture, likening it to a frat house with harassment. The employees called for respect and better working conditions, only to face retaliation. 8 engineers were fired, triggering a complaint from the National Labor Relations Board. SpaceX has then sued against the very existence of the NLRB. This raises a fundamental question for myself as how can a company that retaliates against its workers be trusted to operate responsibly?
The CCC blocked the Air Force's plan for SpaceX to conduct up to 50 launches a year from Vandenberg Air Force Base in Santa Barbara, California. The Commission voted 6-4 against the launch plan, citing concerns that SpaceX's military classification could let Musk avoid necessary permits.
What is the difference between the private SpaceX launches in Texas, let's say, versus because they're on federal land? How does that become such an extreme exemption for this private company that's doing 90% of the satellites? So again, I will be voting for concurrence today.
The CCC is known for its unwavering dedication to defending the coastline and public access to it. Since the Department of Defense asked to increase SpaceX's Vandenberg satellite launches from 6 to 36 per year in May 2023, the agency has been at odds with the Air Force's Space Force branch. The group has cited worries about the environmental impacts of the launches, which disturb wildlife such as threatened species and people enjoying the California coast who have to leave every time there is a launch. In September, an agreement was reached where the Air Force promised to follow CCC conditions, including better wildlife monitoring and reducing noise. However, tensions remain due to Musk's controversial behavior and the Space Force's handling of permits. Commission Chair Carol Hart concluded,
I really appreciate the work of the Space Force, but here we're dealing with a company that is the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race, and he's managed a company in a way that was just described by Commissioner Newsom that I find to be very disturbing.